you have sworn to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding. And therefore, please note that this hearing will be recorded both audio and video. By proceeding, you understand that anything and everything
Rinig niyo
that you
dito?
say here can and could be
Di ba
used as
sasalita?
evidence by this commission.
Salita na, tutok nyo yung mukha nyo sa ano, sa kanila.
Kasi di rinig dito, kailangan ni ano yung ano eh, yung visual mo dito.
Dito ka, Jay Bugnot.
Lipat ako dun,
To, kabilaw.
Mag-start to pre.
Rinig ka, rinig ka.
First time ko dito pre. Alam ko lang ano eh, gulo eh. Kalsada.
Lamig
Suntukan
ba,
pre.
pre? Tangina, pre. Pumuti nga ako, pre. Sobrang lamig dito eh.
Pumuti ang puto.
Coaching mo lang yan.
Putang,
Hello,
may
hello,
bading
hello.
na pumasok, pre.
Dinig ba ako, guys?
Ano? Dinig, sir.
Oh, ready ka, sir.
Okay na. Saan yung huling narinig nyo? Kasi nawala daw yung boses ko eh.
Yung kanina, sir, yung mic check.
Recorded, sir, yung recorded, kamo.
Yung ano, sir, yung nothing but the truth.
Upo nga to yun, aning ako
Hello,
sa'yo.
hello? Dinig ba ako, guys?
Pampasing kita dyan.
Ready ka, sir. Ready ka.
Okay. Good.
Sa kabila naman, Kiro.
Ulitin ko lang yung sinabi ko ulit, guys. We will now start the hearing. I will now start hearing the story again from all parties between the plaintiff, witnesses, and defendant. You may now start your story, Detective Sander
Sinigo court
Everquest,
hearing.
the day that the lawsuit was filed against you. You have to tell everything from the start before you met Mr. Charles Bronson, before you initiated a traffic stop during that time. Kindly set your voice
Check, check,
into shout tone so that everyone can hear you.
check, check. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So I was with I was on my cruiser. I was patrolling the city. I was I was patrolling the city with Officer Santiago, and I pulled a 1011 on Charles Bronson. Like I pulled a 1011 on Charles Bronson, and he had like 3 or 4 occupants on his bobcat, one on his side passenger seat, and 2 or 3 on his back. I mean the trunk side. It was a open vehicle on the trunk. So we pulled a 1011. Charles Bronson wasn't wearing any mask. He showed me his ID. I did a proper 1011. And while I disregarded by saying code 4 on the Tel 11, another suspect came into the story. While we were trying to chase the suspect, Charles Bronson was trying to block our way on the suspect because the suspect was on a bike. Charles Bronson was trying to, block our way. And then I saw the suspect fled with Charles Bronson's car because it was a small area. It was a very small area, and the suspect fled with him. Later, we found his vehicle near the Palomino Orange Bridge, and we impounded it. The vehicle of Charles Bronson, the Bobcat. We impounded it, and since I knew who the owner of the Bobcat was, and I saw the suspect fleeing with Charles Bronson, I charged Charles Bronson by his license. And then, um, when he came to put the police station to collect his vehicle, I gave him a lawful order to turn about, and he was not following my lawful order, and then he was not allowing me to restrain him. So I had to use force in order to restrain him. And before that, before I was restraining him, he was wearing a mask. I didn't know it was Charles Bronson until I checked his ID. He came to the police station and he was talking with Captain Nolan, or I don't know. Oh, yes, it was Captain Nolan, and he was asking for the vehicle. And when he was asking for the vehicle, I asked him, "Can you please show me your ID?" And he showed me his ID. His ID was Charles Bronson's ID. So I asked him to remove his mask, and he did it. And like after that, I asked him to turn about. He didn't turn about, so I had to use excessive force to carry out my action, and I jailed him. That was the whole story.
Thank you so much for your story, Mr. Sandra Evercrest. We will now proceed with the story of our our accuser, or what we called the plaintiff, Mr. Charles Bronson. Would you mind retelling your story? Just so you know, every fabricated story will be taken into correct actions. Since you already talked with one of our internal affairs, uh, your your story with him is recorded. So I want you to tell everything that you said with our internal affairs during your interrogation.
Um, do I need to speak in English or Tagalog, sir?
Much better if we can speak in English, since the defendant cannot speak any Tagalog
Okay.
words, but I don't think it. Uh-huh. Thank you so much.
Okay. I'm here to explain what happened during the incident. I fully complied when Mr. Evercrest pulled me over, and yeah, I gave him my ID. But later on, my vehicle was stolen. Yeah. After my vehicle was stolen, I went to the police department. I was complying about my car to Officer Nolan, and then he pops up, and I was wearing a helmet by the time. I'm not wearing a mask. I was wearing a helmet. Yeah, it's not a mask, it's a helmet. And what happened is he is accusing me that I'm the one who is doing the crime, that my vehicle was used. I was accused by a police officer, which his name is Evercrest, being the driver of the vehicle that involved in the crime, and I clearly denied the accusation because there was no proper evidence. And after that, there was a verbal agreement only. I had no weapon, I did not harm anyone, I did not make any threats. Despite this is the officer became aggressive. He used insulting language. He pulled out his taser and aimed it at me. And then he fired the taser even though I was not doing anything suspicious or dangerous. I did not resist, I did not run. I did not give any reason for force to be used against me. I believe the action of the officer were against the proper procedure. This one an abuse of authority and a violation of my rights as a civilian. I'm asking for justice not out of revenge, but to hold the officer accountable and to prevent this from happening to others. Yeah, I want justice. That's all, sir.
Thank, thank you so much, Mr. Charles Benson. We will now proceed with Officer James Santiago. Um, do you agree about everything what Mr. Sander Everquest said? Is it 100% accurate, or is there some missing stories that you can add up?
Sir, I would add some details regarding the apprehension or the time that Mr. Bronson is claiming his vehicle back